The following is a paid program. Talk 103.7 WTIP and Cable Channel 7 welcome you into Financially Speaking with Jim Taunton. Find us live on radio, TV, the IPX Media app, and on YouTube. Just search Financially Speaking NC or get the link at WTIPFM.com. The opinions expressed in this show are for general informational purposes only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine what investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through Genoa Wealth Management Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Now, here's your host for Financially Speaking, certified financial advisor, Jim Taunton.
Welcome to Financially Speaking, and I say that to my audience of two tonight. I'm sure the producer's probably listening, and I'm thinking my wife might be, but who knows? I may be presumptuous there. Maybe an audience of one. Because it is Pirate football night. It's excitement in the air in eastern North Carolina. Pirates and Wolfpack have been playing football against one another for decades. My wife and I actually both were in the stadium in our seats in Atlanta, Georgia in 1991 when the Pirates made a miraculous comeback in the fourth quarter, down 17, I believe was the number, and won that game. The "We Believe" chant permeated the stadium in the end. It was phenomenal, really was. But, the North Carolina schools should play one another. I just don't care. We're not in the P4. Who knows? I don't know if the ACC is going to be P4 before long. There's just so many changes occurring, but it doesn't matter. We're North Carolina schools, and we should play one another. All of us get funding from the state, although some schools get more funding than others. And therein lies my greatest rub with State and Carolina. It's not their athletics. Not at all. They both have had some really high points in their athletic program. And, I've actually found myself rooting for them on occasion when they're playing a school that is not in North Carolina. My rub is over the years, State and Carolina have sucked up an inordinate amount of the state resources for education, for higher education. East Carolina has been left out in the cold, along with some other in-state schools, to tell you the truth. But there's just no reason for the percentage of state resources for higher education to go to those two schools above everyone else. Just no reason for it. So that's why I like beating them so badly. If you had a school, if it was voted on every year, a top 10 of schools that were able to do the most with the least, East Carolina would absolutely be in the top 10 every year. To think of what we are able to do with our athletic program, with the budget that we have compared to these other schools, is just phenomenal. We're going to Alabama next year. And we went to Alabama a couple of decades ago, maybe. I don't even remember who was coaching at that time. Could have been Emory, but I'm not sure. But we gave them a game. I mean, we were there in Legion Stadium, the old stadium, and gave them a football game. That was the old days, where you could recruit players to come to your school because you were going to coach them up, and it was a great community, and we supported our school in athletics. Alabama now is just in a totally different league. They're paying us $1.5 million to go play them. Whew. And I hope it's worth it. I do. I'd love to beat them. Anyway, that's sports, and this is a financial program. So we're going to go to a break. I've got some information put together, but if you have something that is of particular interest to you, is pertinent to your personal situation, then give me a call during this break. I'll take your call first when we come back. The number is, are you ready? It's always 252-561-TALK. 561-8255. 561-8255. You call me during the break, and I'll take your call first when we come back, I promise. And if you call with a question, as always, your name will go into the drawing for the dinner for two in Altavola. I'll even pay the tip. Actually, I need to get the list again from the producer, because we may be approaching the number that I like to have, which is 12 to 15 names. So we'll be having a drawing shortly. So get your name in the drawing. Just call with a question. You don't have to call and answer a question. That's normally the case. Probably the only program on air that rewards a question, not an answer to a question. 561-8255. And I'll be back with you in a couple minutes.
Aiden Golf and Country Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates, low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Aiden Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Aiden Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
Welcome back to Financially Speaking. Producer Dom has not texted me with any good news, so I assume that means we don't have a caller. Not too late, though. Number is 561-TALK, 561-8255. Love to hear from you. Get your name in that hat for the dinner for two at Altavola. All right. Not necessarily financially related, but kind of in a roundabout way. Lisa Cook, on the Federal Reserve Board, or was. I just don't know what to say, hardly, without offending anybody, but she did something really stupid. And what's even more stupid is how she's responding. You're on the Federal Reserve Board. My goodness, you are one of the top groups leading the financial well-being of the country. and you lie on a mortgage application. The woman has to have some money, right, to be where she is. She's not poor, but she lied on a mortgage application to get a better deal. And now she's claiming that it was a clerical error. Oops, made a mistake. You know, if she really did that, she ought not to be on a Federal Reserve Board, that's for sure. But it's just amazing to me. Now, if you or I had committed fraud on a mortgage application, and we told the authorities, oops, clerical error, I wonder how far that would go, how far that would get you. That'd probably get you about as far from here to Atlanta, the Atlanta Pen. You'd have to be learning tap code. Incredible. Incredible. All right. GDP this past quarter was up 3.3% on an annualized basis versus projected 3%. So the economy is doing better than people even thought it was. And most people thought it was doing pretty well. And that is a great sign. The one reason I will tell you, historically, I've not been a proponent of tariffs. What I call protectionism. I remember when Pat Buchanan, he's been dead for quite some time. Probably the best, in my opinion, the best political talk show that's existed was Pat Buchanan and Barry Lynn. Barry Lynn was liberal, Pat Buchanan was conservative, and they'd have some really good banter back and forth. That's what I enjoy. I don't like it when there's one guy monologuing and all you hear is his mess coming out of his mouth. You know, the other side is bad. The other side is evil. We're the good ones. That's what you hear. That show was a little bit different. But Pat Buchanan was a protectionist. He actually was a proponent of tariffs. And I remember disagreeing with him on that. And I have not been a proponent of tariffs, but, you know, used properly, they've been used many times by, close to 10 presidents over our history. This is nothing new. But the one good thing I was hoping would come out of tariffs is the reduction of the national debt. If we utilize the income, revenues being produced to apply at least part of it to the national debt, and we've got to reduce the debt. First of all, we got to get to a balanced budget, no deficits. And if we can do that, then we can start attacking the debt next. But the only real way we're going to be able to do that, it won't be through cuts. I understand the philosophy, and I like the philosophy of finding waste and cutting it out. Absolutely, do it. Do it. But again, it's like spitting in the ocean. It's not going to do a whole lot of good as far as the national debt is concerned. The only way that we're going to make headway against the national debt is to grow ourselves out of it. That means we've got to grow the economy enough so that the tax base is grown enough where we can balance the budget and then apply some maybe to the debt, pay it down a little bit. To be honest with you, if we could go to a balanced budget today, I would not have a worry about the national debt. Because we can definitely service the interest on the current debt, especially if we weren't adding to the debt level, which is what a balanced budget will do. But certainly we're not there yet. But I think that's where, Trump may be trying to go with it. but you almost have to go up on the deficit before you can go back down because of what he's doing. But we'll see what happens. By the way, I did research today. I don't research often for this program. I just kind of use what I run across in the practice. But I researched it, and a 3% increase in GDP, and we're looking at a 3.3% annualized for the last quarter. But if GDP goes up 3%, then that adds approximately $30 billion in tax revenue. $30 billion. Certainly that's not going to do it all, but we've got to do more than that. But in any case, it's a start. All right, we're a little past halfway through the program, so let's go to another 2-minute break. And look, call me during the break. I have literally allotted half the program to calls tonight. I didn't want to monologue the whole program, so give me a call. 561-8255, 561-8255. Call me with a financially related question. Your name goes into the drawing for the dinner for two at Tavola. I'll be doing a drawing probably in the next couple of weeks. I'd love for you to win. Great place to eat. I eat there at least once, sometimes twice a week. So, and I'll even pay the tip. So give me a call, 561-8255. We'll be back with you in 2 minutes.
Aiden Golf and Country Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates, low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Aiden Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Aiden Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
And we're back. Let's see if Mr. Dom has, nope, last thing he sent me was a sign on, and we've done that already. So no caller. That's a shame. And we got a football game coming up, in 42 minutes? Actually, kickoff is 7:02, so more like 44 minutes. Can't wait to watch it. Hope everything goes well. Really do. So the number is 561-TALK, 561-8255. Call me with your financially related question, please. I only have one more little ditty written down to talk about. That's not going to take us 11 minutes, I can promise you. All right, I've talked about NVIDIA ad nauseum on this program. And
we got a caller, Jay.
Oh, Jay, you saved me from my monologue. God bless you, brother. You're on the air. Go right ahead with your question.
Hey, first of all, I want to say I was there at the Peach Bowl, and I was sitting with Diane Bowen. She used to be with Slim Short on the Carolina Today Show. I used to have once a month dog segment there. But anyway, what a great game. But my question is, so I'm old enough to get Social Security, but I was told that you get you don't get as much if you start at 65. But then somebody else said, well, it all works out. It's a 12-year process to catch back up, and you end up with the same amount of money unless you die. But my question is, first of all, if that is correct, and then secondly, I didn't make as much money younger, and I'm making more money now. Am I still contributing? And would it be worth to just keep putting money in and take it at 70? Because I don't need the money right now. But
right. First thing is, no, it costs you some in Social Security income if you take it earlier. It doesn't even out over your lifetime.
Okay.
But I am still working full time, and my income has not diminished. And I'm 67, and I took Social Security income at my full retirement age, which is 66 and 6 months, I believe. How old are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How old are you,
I'm
Jay?
66 and 6 months.
Are you? Well, very shortly, you'll be at your full retirement age, if you're not already. And there really is no detrimental effect if you take it at that point, even if you're still working and you have income. Now, if you're working and you make over a certain level, which of course I am, you will create taxation on up to 80% of your Social Security. Or is it 80 or 85? Anyway, you'll pay tax on a good chunk of your Social Security. It doesn't reduce your Social Security. You just pay tax on it. Right. And then each year they'll reassess what your income is, and you'll pay tax, on a percentage of Social Security based on what your income is.
How late can I go to take it, though?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say again.
How old can I be before and not take it until a certain point?
Well, 70 and a half is the time or the age where your Social Security does not go up anymore. So you absolutely would want to take it by 70 and a half. And I had considered waiting until that point again, because I'm going to continue working. But my CPA convinced me to go ahead and take it when I reached full retirement age, because of the increase was not enough to offset the loss of income that I would have. So if I waited, if you
died,
we don't have a guarantee. So go ahead and start taking it and spending it. If you don't need it, then either give it away or spend it or invest it. If you're getting $3,000 a month from Social Security, then put away your net after taxes. Let's say your net after taxes was $2,300. Take $2,300 a month, put it in a mutual fund. Let it accumulate if you want to. But yeah, I don't think there's a good reason for you not to go ahead and start Social Security at your full retirement age.
Thank you so much. And let's hope the Pirates beat them one more time.
Please.
Although I've got a son that goes to state now, so it's kind of hard.
There are a whole lot of split loyalties in our area. There's no question about that. I mean, it's hard sometimes. But my whole family went to ECU. So my wife and I, my 3 sons, my 3 daughters-in-law, it's just we bleed purple and gold. So.
Yeah, well, my mom, my dad, my sister, my wife, everybody in my family at ECU, and our son decided to, which is fine. he got a full scholarship. So
it's funny. I was talking to I was either talking to the gentleman or I talked to somebody that knew the gentleman. It's been a while back. I can't remember. But his son also went to state, and he was an ECU graduate and just, again, bled purple and gold. He said that every time he wrote a check to NC State for tuition or room and board or whatever, in the memo line, he would put "Go Pirates." And I thought that was pretty cool.
Typical Pirate.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
if any of my sons had gone to state of Carolina, I would gladly have written the check and been proud of them. So, yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling, Jay. Where are you calling from, by the way?
I'm at Lowe's in Greenville
In Greenville. Okay. And you
I'm on
gave
the
the
10th
producer
Street
your
Lowe's.
phone number, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, you're in the drawing for the dinner for two in Ontevola. Thanks for
All
calling.
right. Well, thank you. All right. We keep doing the
Take care.
good work. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Good call. Good questions. I love it when people have the gumption to pick up the telephone and dial the number. See, that helped me a whole lot. I can cover NVIDIA in just a few minutes, and we'll be off to a football game. Actually, I'm in my recliner on the ACCN Atlantic Coast Conference Network. All right, I brought NVIDIA to you. Was it 4 years ago? Let's see, it's 2025. Yeah, 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I talked about NVIDIA on this program. And I told you that NVIDIA was going to be big. And of course, this is not Jim, sending out people and researching companies and things like that. I don't have those resources. I listen to a lot of people. I'm on a lot of conference calls. I'm on a lot of webcasts. And I listen to a lot of folks, and I pick up some things. I actually learn things from that. And at that time, I had heard some things about NVIDIA, and I bought it myself from my personal account. And it went up greatly. I sold it. It went down. I bought it back and bought more of it. And I've held it ever since. So I've held NVIDIA consistently since 2002, but I bought it and so made a chunk of change on it the first time around. And it's just gone up exponentially. And everyone that I listen to says you need to hold NVIDIA through the end of the decade at least. I mean, it's just no stopping this train. It's ruling the AI. It is a monopoly. You thought monopolies were illegal? No. NVIDIA is a monopoly, and monopolies are the best type of companies to invest in. They control the market. They own AI chips, AI hardware. That's all there is to it. And NVIDIA just came out with gangbuster earnings yesterday. Funny thing, the stock went down. And there's a technical reason for that. It was explained to me by none other than Louis Navellier, who is world renowned. And I was communicating with him by email, asking him some questions about that. And he explained to me what happened. Nothing wrong with NVIDIA, though. Don't sell it. Please buy more of it. But it's going to continue to go up. It'll probably be up pretty big tomorrow. I think the buyers will come back into the market tomorrow. It's at like 181 right now. And I've seen analysts say $200 up to $250 is the price range now. And it's not going to stop at 250. It's going to go to 300. It's going to go to 400 and 500. Just let's say over time. Now it may take a while, but it is going to do that. It will over time. There's nothing going to stop NVIDIA. Anyway, I'm done. So I don't have music yet, but I'm sure I'm seconds. There it is. Music in the ear says I'm out of time. So as always, go Pirates. And this is Jim Taunton helping you make all of your financial decisions good ones. Good night, everybody.